The Free Amigos!
But there's only two of us again today.
Oh.
Yeah, Alan's got those carpet convention. It must be carpet convention season.
People are going to think that's all he does because we keep making me joke.
No, I think he's got some family business to take care of, and he'll hopefully be back next week or the week after or something like that. But he'll be with us. He'll be with us again someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
All right. We're missing our Alan today. We had a female scheduled to be with us, a female amigo.
That's right.
And I think she might have overslept.
Maybe. Isn't that an Amiga?
I think so.
Yeah. So I almost put in two Amigos and an Amiga today, but I didn't. I do have her name in there though. If anyone's curious to see who stood us up. No, we're not gonna do that.
All right, buddy, you're barely moving the microphone meter there. If you can boost yourself so I can hear you a little bit better. All the way here in Maine. Wow.
Right, wow.
Yeah, I know. Take a look at that Chihuahua weather, though. 38 today, cloudy early, followed by a mixture of light rain and snow this afternoon. Areas of patchy fog. Temperature steady in the mid to upper 30s. Tonight, 34 for an overnight low under cloudy skies. Warm it up a bit tomorrow for your Friday. 41 and 34 with a 15% chance of rain, cloudy skies. Showers for your Saturday, 40 and 38 with a 60% chance of rain. Light rain on Sunday, 44 and 38. Right now, Monday, looking at 47 and 39. All right, temperatures next week hanging out in the mid to upper 40s. Until we hit the second and third, we'll drop right back down to around 30 degrees. And isn't that the big weekend for Winterfest?
It is. February 3rd is Winterfest. It's gonna be a good one. We got a full lineup of music and activities, stuff going around all over town. It's gonna be pretty amazing.
All right, and 38 that day right now with morning snow, so that could help things out a little bit.
Ooh, snow during Winterfest would be really nice.
Now, just out of curiosity, because I know you go to the meetings, is there any kind of plan, like if things change and it really warmed up, would it get canceled or would it keep going ahead?
No, so you know what they've been doing is they've been all through the snowfall we've had, the city and the ski hill have been hoarding snow. There's piles of snow all over town. A lot of it's over by the mountain market on Main. Some of it's, I think there might be some over by the fire department. But they've been piling up as much snow as they can in anticipation of the warm weather. They're going to bring the groomers down from the ski hill, and they will break all that snow up, groom it, and lay it out for the events.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great participation there. Woohoo!
There may be, we're talking yesterday with the ski joring. If the trails are too bad to be, if they're going to be too slushy and too muddy, they're not. It's safe for the horses. So the ski joring may have to be refigured out, but the rail jam is going to happen no matter what because there's plenty of snow for that. They're building the ramp. Last year it was all snow. This year it's going to be snow on top of a wooden base.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Thinking it through. I love that.
Yeah.
Kids, for breakfast and lunch today, breakfast burrito, cereal, fresh fruit juice, and your choice of milk. And then for lunch today, looking at chili, cinnamon rolls, fresh veggies, fresh fruit, milk choice, and crackers. All right. That's what the kids have for breakfast and lunch. If you're watching online today, get a lot of people, when I talk to them from Chihuahua, they ask, well, how's Mooch doing? And we got picture in picture today on the video. We'll do a large shot. There she is, Mooch the radio cat. Crashed out in the studio on top of my tub of equipment, but she looks pretty cozy. All right.
Oh,
15.
Moochie.
15.
Wow.
15 years old. Crazy.
Wow. When's her birthday, Scott?
Thanksgiving
Ish. Yeah.
Thanksgiving-ish.
We have a day.
I wasn't there for her birth.
Okay.
But yeah, Thanksgiving-ish. But yeah, she's a good kitty.
We have a day that we celebrate all of our dogs. We figure they were born around the same time-ish.
Okay.
The two big ones, we know exactly which day they were born, so we just celebrate all of them on that day.
Nice.
We usually do a doggy ice cream and presents, and they love opening presents.
We got some. I bet. I know. The cat at Christmas time. You give her a package and start tearing it open. She goes crazy. And one year we gave her the cat bed, and so we were hoping she'd open the package, but she wouldn't. But she knew it was for her. She was all excited about it. We opened it out, and her eyes got really big. She saw it was a cat bed. We put it in the middle of us. We were all kind of gathered in a circle for Christmas opening presents. We put the cat bed in the middle. That cat laid in that bed for 4 hours straight, would not leave. Pretty cute.
I thought you were going to say she laid in the box the bed came in.
That's what a kid would do, right? All right. As we go into our cheat sheet today, we've got some unique horoscopes to help you start your morning off. First one is today's horoscope for you lazy people. Chuck, what are they going to do?
Yeah, so marketing. Are we okay? Sorry. So these are, instead of astrological signs, we can use these.
No, you missed the first one.
Did I miss? Oh, there we go. I thought those were.
All right, this is today's lazy horoscope for you lazy people.
I got you. I thought those were instructions on what to do, and I always skip the instructions, Scott.
It's true.
It was in a different font, Scott. Yeah, so this is your lazy horoscope for the day. At some point today, you're going to text, message, or call someone who is only a room away. Well, of course. You're also going to order food from an app. That way you don't have to cook or clean up afterwards or even set the table. Also, already on our plans today, Scott. Wow, they know me. And finally, you'll delegate and make others do tasks that you could easily do yourself.
Yay! Good for you.
Levon, are you listening? Levon?
Got a list for you today.
Yeah. Oh.
Here's some more, though. These are what's your business sign? So we've taken 12 astrological signs and converted them to business signs. And Chuck, will you help me? We'll go back and forth on this one. I'll kick it off here. So if your business sign is marketing, so that's your astrological business sign. You are ambitious yet stupid. You chose a marketing degree to avoid having to study in college, concentrating and studying instead on drinking and socializing, which is pretty much what your job responsibilities are now in marketing. Least compatible with sales.
Wow.
We didn't say they were going to be nice.
I would hope marketing and sales kind of went hand in hand, wouldn't they?
Yeah, you'd think so, but no.
Speaking of sales, this is the laziest of all the signs, often referred to as marketing without a degree. Oh, man. You're also self-centered and paranoid. Unless someone calls you and begs you to take their money, you like to avoid contact with customers so you can concentrate on the big picture. Wow. You seek admiration for your golf game throughout your life.
Good job, sales. Whoop, whoop.
Wow.
I want to be at sales. Yeah. All right. If your business sign is technology, you're unable to control anything in your personal life. You are instead content to completely control everything that happens in the workplace.
Wow. Yeah.
Often even you don't understand what you were saying, but who the hell can tell? It's written that geeks shall inherit the earth. I think that was meek, not geek.
Yep.
Right? All right. I was watching Family Guy. It's one of my favorite shows one day, and they were playing a basketball game, and it was the jocks versus the nerds, and Jesus was, and they were actually weren't playing, they were playing dodgeball, and it was jocks versus nerds, and the nerds are getting pummeled in dodgeball, and one of the nerds gets hit in the face, and he says, "I thought the meek were gonna inherit the earth," and Jesus says, "Yeah, when we're done with it."
Wow. I thought
maybe I should share that.
I thought maybe this was going to end with Jesus weeping because he wept, right?
Yeah. All right. Now, what's the engineering sign? Because that would probably be me.
Yeah. So that's one of only two signs that you actually studied in school. It said that engineers place 90% of all personal ads.
Oh,
wow, Scott.
All right. If your business astrological sign is accounting, the only other sign that you studied in school. All right. This is the only other one I guess you needed a college degree for. You're mostly immune from office politics. You're the most feared person in the organization as the accountant. Combined with your extreme organizational traits, the majority of rumors concerning you say that you're completely insane.
Wow.
These are tough. These are tough.
I gotta say, our bookkeeper, I don't know if she's threatening though, or intimidating.
No, not at all.
She's actually one of the sweetest people on the planet.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Human resources. Ooh, that's all. Human resources. Just saying it gives me the shivers.
It's always the scariest person if you work at a big company.
It really is. Chuck, human resources would like to see you. Oh.
How many times have you heard that?
Oh, I'm fired. I'm fired. Especially if you get the notice and it's like tomorrow morning. So then you sit the rest of the day. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And then all night, you up all night, and then you drag yourself in all tired and dreary the next morning to see human resources at your worst. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Ironically, given your access to confidential information, you tend to be the biggest gossip within the organization. Ooh, that is true, though, isn't it? Possibly the only other person that does less work than marketing.
I think I'm losing you, Chuck.
Oh, are you losing me? Am I on?
Yeah, I couldn't hear. I'm not sure if you're done. You cut out for a minute there. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, they're possibly the biggest gossip within the organization, and possibly the only person that does less work than marketing. You're unable to return any calls today because you have to get a haircut, have lunch, and mail a letter. Oh, I think maybe we cut out because we lost Scott. So he's back on there. I'm going to go ahead and start with the next one here. Middle management. You are catty, cutthroat, yet completely spineless. You're destined to remain at your current job for the rest of your life. Unable to make a single decision, you tend to measure your worth by the number of meetings you can schedule for yourself. You're best suited to marry other middle managers, as everyone in your social circle is also a middle manager. Senior management, same thing, different title. That's true, and we're still waiting for Scott to get back on here. I'm going to go ahead and keep going with the next one. Customer service. Bright, cheery, positive. You're a 50-cent cab ride away from taking your own life. Ooh, that is harsh. As children, very few of you asked your parents for a little cubicle in your room and a headset so you could pretend to play customer service.
I'm back.
You're back. Yay. You are, as customer service, you're continually passed over for promotions. Your best bet, sleep with the manager.
All right. If your business sign is consultant, I would think this is. I mean, I used to hate it when the consultant came to town when I worked at KXLY, and we had one, and they were always scary. So, consultant, you lack any specific knowledge. You use acronyms to avoid revealing your utter lack of experience. You have convinced yourself that your skills are in demand and that you could never get a higher paying job with any other organization in a heartbeat. You will spend an eternity contemplating these career opportunities without ever taking direct action.
Wow.
Overpaid. I think consultants are horribly overpaid. What a gig.
You know, Laura is often a consultant, and the overpaid part, definitely not true.
Okay.
Not in her case. I mean, in a lot of them, she actually gets frustrated with that because, like, how do these idiots make so much money? She's like, I see these people and they're making millions of dollars and traveling around the world doing consulting things, and they're morons. Yeah. It does seem like with consultants, the smart ones don't get hired. It's always the loudest ones, you know.
I suppose.
What would you say you do here?
What are your job? What are your job duties? All right.
Right. I deal with the customers. A recruiter, also known as a headhunter. This is the person that profits from the success of others. Most people who actually work for a living disdain you. You're paid on commission, susceptible to alcoholism. Your ulcers and frequent heart attacks correspond directly with fluctuations in the stock market.
All right. Our next astrological business sign is partner, president, or CEO. Okay. So all three of them fit into this sign. You're brilliant or lucky. Your inability to figure out complex systems such as a fax machine suggests the latter.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky.
I wonder you hear the stories about some of these big famous CEOs, Elon Musk, and how do they get these positions? Because you read the horror stories about people they've worked with in the past, and they just get in these big giant roles. They get famous. They get these jobs that pay billions of dollars, and they're just incompetent.
It's or really, really strange.
Right. Yeah. Completely insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a government worker. Ooh, they're paid to take days off. Government workers are genius inventors, like the invention of new holidays. They usually suffer deep depression or anxiety and usually commit serious crimes while on the job. Thus the term "go postal." Oh man.
All right. There are your astrological signs converted into business signs. And here comes Chuck again. 4 things you didn't know yesterday. Educate me, Chuck.
This is things people haven't done so far during the morning show. The average American laughs 8 times a day. Oh, okay. Hopefully we got a couple of laughs. I don't know. Liars take longer to tell their story. Research shows it takes an average of 30% longer to tell a fib than to be honest. Wow.
Ooh. So anytime somebody's story's long, I should automatically assume they're lying?
Right? Man, people must always think I'm full of crap. I never shut up.
It's true. No, it's not.
When you look around the room and you're still jabbing away and everyone's eyes are glazed over. You know what I mean, Scott.
Yeah. Hey.
Especially when I start talking about radio stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got to feel for that. People are like, well, how'd the radio station get started? Don't ask me that question unless you've got 2 hours.
That becomes a 3-hour dissertation. Earth's rotation is changing speed.
Ooh. Yeah, we're slowing down.
Are we slowing down?
And wobbling.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen, like, when you do a top, remember as a kid, and you spin the top, and right as the spinning winds down, it starts to wobble, and then what's it do?
It falls down.
Yeah.
Catastrophic failure.
Yes.
Yeah. We're in that wobble stage.
Yeah.
Well, and we're not even, our planet technically isn't even round. We're more egg-shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not entirely round yet.
Weebles wobble, and they do fall down.
Yeah. Or just randomly go hurtling through space in the wrong direction. So.
Your next one explains all CEOs.
Right. Wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to the brain by 7.5%.
That's why I never, ever wear a tie.
You need all the help you can get.
Thank you. So clip-ons. Clip-ons will help.
That's right.
All right. Here we go. It's ruining a book by adding one word.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. First one, Sophie's USDA choice.
Select number 1.
Yes. A couple for the kids here. How to potty train your dragon.
It's they need to be housebroken if you're going to have them inside. But remember, if they're cold, you're cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Lion, the Witch, and the IKEA wardrobe. I would have sooner done an IKEA wardrobe than watch the last of that trilogy.
Right? I used to I used to have a handyman business, and one of my sort of bread and butter that I would do is people would hire me to come and put together that IKEA furniture stuff. Because people would get it, and it was never out of the box. It was always like in the garage in 1,000 pieces, all spread out, and they were just frustrated and said, "I can't do this," and called somebody else. Yeah. I wonder
if you could put that on Craigslist,
right?
Under job services. I put together IKEA furniture.
I kind of find it zen. I mean, the key is there's 2 secrets to IKEA furniture. One, do not read ahead in the instructions. Start at step 1, do step 1, and then look at step 2. If you try to read ahead, you will get confused.
And you will put in something backwards.
Yep. And number 2, a muffin tin. Like a muffin baking tin, take all your pieces, get them out of the packages. If there's any labels, put them in the individual muffin tin with all the pieces. Separate all your mise en place all your pieces before you start. Yep.
Wow. Yeah. I am never putting furniture together with you.
That makes all that. No, you cannot leave anything in the package. You have to separate it and organize it before you start, or you will get lost.
I got something for you.
I hate that guy.
All right. Adding one word to books to change it. How about this one? I think I lived here before. Jurassic Trailer Park. Chuck would like this one. To grill a mockingbird.
Oh. I like it with a nice plum sauce.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Little Waffle House on the prairie.
The floors are always sticky.
Dr. Seuss's book, Green Eggs and Expired Ham. That explains a lot.
It does. It does. That explains all the vivid colors.
All right. A book the ladies love, The Secret Olive Garden. I didn't get this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. Taco Tuesdays with Maury?
Okay. I'm just down for Taco Tuesday.
Tuesdays with Maury. Okay, I get it now. That's cool. And the last book we're going to ruin with one new word, it's Charlotte's Webcam.
Just a quick word of advice. Do not Google that.
Always got to end with the zinger.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Up next, non-inspirationals with Chuck.
Yeah. So as you walk around a typical office building, you can see inspirational posters. You know, the one's got the mountain climber hanging from a cliff with some phrase at the bottom about being your best. These are some ones I found online, Scott.
Okay.
If you can stay calm while all around you is chaos, then you probably haven't completely understood the seriousness of the situation. Yeah. Wake up. Doing a job right the first time gets the job done. Doing the job wrong 14 times gives you job security. Yep. Eagles may soar, but weasels don't get sucked into jet engines.
Be a weasel.
We put the K in quality.
Back to the IKEA furniture.
Right? This next one here definitely applies to politics. A person who smiles in the face of adversity probably has a scapegoat.
Totally.
Yep. Plagiarism saves time. That's what we have AI now for that. Contract writing, any kind of that stuff. Yeah, stick it in there and spit it out. Don't even look at it. Just hand it to where it needs to go. Yeah. If at first you don't succeed, try management.
Chuck.
Yeah, I know, right?
Both of us. Oh no.
That's just kind of my life motto in general. My computer just randomly decided to skip around. Teamwork means never having to take all the blame yourself.
Oh, that's right. Always put together a team.
Yeah. You can spread it and then nobody gets fired. Or you all get fired. Yeah. Depending on how bad you fail. Never underestimate the power of very stupid people in large groups.
Ooh.
Once again, politics imply there.
And Chuck's last non-inspirational for the workplace.
Aim low, reach your goals, and avoid disappointment.
Yay! Don't do any of those.
If you never overachieve, nobody ever expects any more from you. Yeah.
All right, more stuff to make work just more enjoyable before you get there this morning. Survey of nearly 5,000 people show almost 4 in 10 do not feel they fit in with their coworkers. Topping the list of industries with workers who feel they don't fit in are healthcare, sales, and professional services, and leisure and hospitality services as well. Why do workers feel like they don't fit in? It appears that some behavior grosses people out, annoys them, and makes social interactions very uncomfortable.
Oh, like people that microwave fish at work.
Yeah, or liver.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's tried to cook liver in a microwave.
Or one of those like hot plate skillets on their desk.
Yes. No, I've seen that. All right. In a survey, here's some of what goes on daily in the workplace according to eyewitness accounts, documented by Career Builder, so you know it's true. The first one on the list, a coworker ate the cheese off the pizza box at the company meeting.
Well, I mean,
that.
Yeah, the boxes have built-in plates. You rip the top off, and then you rip it in pieces, depending on how many people you're sharing the pizza with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just because there's a little cheese stuck to it, no big deal.
Yeah.
All right. How about a coworker who talks openly about flatulence?
Luckily for the two of us, that's in our job description.
A coworker repeatedly bangs a mallet on the table for no apparent reason.
Order.
A coworker whistles all 8 hours of the day. Yeah, it'd be kind of annoying.
It would be.
All right. Coworker chews tobacco and spits it into empty soda bottles. I've seen that one.
That one is the worst. I once quit a job over a similar situation. We were doing construction. There was plastic on the ground, to protect the floor, and my coworker kept spitting his tobacco on the floor, on the plastic, like all day. And then at the end of the day, he was actually the foreman on the job, and he's like, "I need you to clean this up," and I'm like, "I'm not cleaning this up." I'm like, "You've been spitting your gross stuff on there all day." I didn't use the word stuff, and I'm not cleaning that up. And he's like, "Well, you need to clean it up or you're gone." And I'm like, "All right, I'm not cleaning that up," and I quit the job over it. Because I was tobacco spit is one of the grossest things on the planet, and I'm not cleaning somebody else's spit up.
Yeah. So, I once don't throw up. I once got Cokes mixed up and took a swig off one that was somebody's spit.
Oh.
I'm picking up a heavy, creepy vibe here.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
All right. How about this one? People make you uncomfortable in the workplace. Former boss brought a baby sippy cup to a meeting and drank out of it.
What? What? I feel like that sometimes. My water bottle is one of these. It's got like the I don't know if it's on camera there. It's got like this flavor thing in it, and when you sip on it,
it looks like a baby.
It looks
bottle.
like a baby sippy cup. And,
or maybe something that actually looks like something you might use for a medical purpose, Chuck.
Right. Or when you're in a meeting and everybody's trying to be serious, and all of a sudden I'm over there like, yeah.
It just looks wrong. It does look like a sippy cup.
It does. It sounds like a sippy cup too.
Wow. All right. Here's one. Coworker cleaned fingernails using the counterpart's business card while sitting in their office.
Oh, use your own business card for that.
Yeah. You weren't going to use this anyways. Here, and then maybe they put it back in the stack. That'd be better. And last one, the female coworker consistently propositioned me. Wow. Upset about that.
Male or,
Here we go again. Dark alert.
male or female, just don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Put it
just
in
don't.
an email.
Now we're back to human resources again.
Right.
All right. So after all this bad office stuff, here comes Chuck Ritchie with something better.
Your mileage may vary depending on where you work, but these are the top 11 reasons to go naked. Luckily, you only see me from the shoulders up.
Okay, then.
Number 11, you want to see if it's just like the dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you had that dream where you're at work or at school, no clothes on?
Right. Number 10, it gives bad hair day a whole new meaning. Wow. Number 9, diverts attention from the fact that you also came to work drunk. I disagree. I think it might actually point directly to that fact. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. People stop stealing your pens after they've seen where you keep them. So this computer keeps jumping around. There we go. So that with a little help from Muzak, you can add exotic dancer to your exaggerated resume. That's not a poll, Charlene. Get down from there. Number 11, no one ever steals your chair.
I'm picking up a heavy, creepy vibe
here. Number 5, it stops those creepy guys in marketing from looking down your blouse.
Well, excuse.
Oh, and this is a common one. Oh man, I'd love to chip in, but I forgot my wallet in my pants.
That's the best excuse.
It really is.
Best reason there.
Oh, can you cover me this week? Yep. It's an inventive way to finally meet that special person in human resources.
Definitely.
Scott, human resources would like to see you.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
You can take advantage of the computer monitor radiation to work on your tan.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And here's one, Scott, I need a drum roll. When your boss is always yelling, I want to see your butt in here by 8 o'clock.
Well, he got his wish, didn't he?
Well, but you said.
All right. I've been spending a lot of time, in the free time here in my retirement, making my own dictionary.
That's a good way to spend your time.
It is. I'm building my own dictionary. So I'm going to give you some definitions I've come up with. I've changed things around a little bit. Mm-hmm. My first one is adult, and that is a person who has stopped growing at both ends and is now growing in the middle.
Yeah, we do that.
I changed the definition of a beauty parlor to a place where women curl up and die. It's true, though. All right. Cannibal, someone who's basically just fed up with people.
That's how do you want mad cow disease? That's how you get mad cow disease.
New definition of chickens is the only creatures you eat before they're born and after they're dead.
Oh,
it's true.
Especially when you smother the mother and the unborn fetus if they're young. Wrapped in flour.
How'd you make it sound worse than I did?
I know. It's a skill. It's a talent.
All right. A committee is a body that keeps minutes and wastes hours. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. How about dust? All right. My new definition for dust is mud with the juice squeezed out. Gossip. New definition for gossip is a person who will never tell a lie if the truth will do more damage. Mm-hmm. An egotist, someone who's usually me deep in conversation.
Hail to the king, baby.
Thank you.
You know who you are out there.
Definition for handkerchief, cold storage. Inflation is cutting money in half without damaging the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. A mosquito, a new definition for mosquito is an insect that makes you like flies better. It's true. What would you sooner have in your house? 100 mosquitoes or 100 flies?
I don't know, because you always know where flies come from. That's my thing. Is you always I just envision, where did that fly come from? What was it just in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think flies are, in some ways, mosquitoes are a little more sanitary.
Do you really think so? They're drawing blood.
That's true, but I mean,
and they do. I remember when AIDS came out, I was like, can mosquitoes transmit that? They transmit other diseases,
right?
And then a buddy said to me, if they can, do you think they're going to tell us?
Wow. Set up testing facility.
That's a good point. Probably not.
Yeah.
Right. New definition for a raisin in my dictionary is grape with a sunburn. Mm-hmm. Secret, something you tell to one person at a time. Chuck loves a good secret, don't you, Chuck?
I do. Hey, Scott, can I tell you a secret? Don't tell anybody. Yeah.
My new definition for tomorrow. It's one of the greatest labor-saving devices of today. Tomorrow.
That's true. I always say that's a problem for future Chuck.
My new definition for yawn is an opinion expressed openly.
Oh, what was that?
And the last one in my new dictionary, it's for aging. It's the definition of wrinkles. It's something other people have, while you have character lines.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's just the experience showing on my face.
All right. You have a choice, Chuck.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and last Thursday we did Guinness records for every state, the world records.
Yeah.
We can do part 2, or we can go into trivia. What would you sooner do today, Chuck? It's all you.
Let's do part 2.
All right, part 2.
Yeah.
Here we go. So we went all the way into the M's, and I think we covered Maine last week. So, Chuck, will you kick us off? We'll go back and forth on this. We'll kick us off with Maryland.
Yeah. In 2015, researchers in Maryland discovered the smallest organism to cause amnesia in humans. It's a single-celled parasite called, and I'm going to try to get this, Fiestera piscidia. Piscidia?
And to pronounce that very carefully.
Piscidia,
Oh.
I think.
Wow. An organism that can actually cause. Wow.
Amnesia. I
What?
wonder if we could weaponize this.
What was it?
What? If you could just slip a little into your wife's drink. Oh, what? Oh.
I wasn't at the bar. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. In Massachusetts, their Guinness World Record is David Rush, who is from Idaho, which makes no sense, but he set the record for the most tea bags thrown into mugs in 30 seconds with 20 successful throws. Doesn't say how far he had to throw them, though. That's one of the lame ones.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Good job, David.
Yeah. From Idaho.
Yeah. What? Where?
I believe that's Idaho. Would
Would you mind saying that again?
Idaho?
That's frightfully interesting. We pronounce it Ohio.
Way to go, Idaho!
I do love a good potato, though. Thank you, Idaho.
Yes.
In Michigan in 2019, Joe Salter from Florida set the record for the fastest man to joggle a kilometer with 3 objects.
Juggle.
Joggle. That is jogging while juggling.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
Yes. He joggled a kilometer with 3 objects, achieving the time of 4 minutes and 52.3 seconds in Michigan.
That's pretty good.
Oh, did that just confuse you? They combined meters, metric system with minutes for some reason that messed up my brain.
Yeah. So if he jogged a kilometer, so a little more than half a mile.
Yeah. That's cool though. I can juggle,
Yeah.
but I don't think I've ever jogged while juggling.
He didn't make that 4-minute mile, or even close to it, though.
No.
All right.
That's still pretty good.
All right. In Minnesota, 2015, the face with tears of joy emoji was voted the most confusing emoji in a poll conducted in Minnesota. I don't know how that made it into the Guinness.
That is bizarre.
Uh-huh.
Then in 2014, 5,748 people in Mississippi set the record for the most people ringing cowbells simultaneously.
And you know what somebody said at the end, right?
No, what'd they say?
Needs more cowbell.
More cowbell.
Let's see. Missouri, 735 people in Missouri set the Guinness record for the most people patting heads and rubbing stomachs simultaneously. This is something I cannot do.
Really?
Yeah, no way. Just my brain don't work like that.
There have been times when I cannot, and then there's times when I can just go right into it, switch back and forth, but then most of the time I can't.
I can't even clap, see? It doesn't work.
Careful, Scott.
You liked the visual on that one, didn't you?
I really did. It made me cough. You almost made Mooch move in the background. In 2013, the town of Clinton, Montana, set the record for the largest consumption of deep-fried bull testicles, consuming over 2,000 pounds in one day. Those poor bulls.
All right.
I believe it was
Let's move on then.
yeah.
To the next one, where a cow named Goliath from Nebraska set the record for the most tricks performed by a cow in 1 minute with 13 tricks. And I wonder if those two are related.
He was probably trying to avoid the former. Like, maybe if I do tricks, I can keep them. I'll do a trick for you. In 2004, the world's largest fuzzy dice, measuring 4.87 meters, which is 15 feet, 11.68 inches, so almost 16 feet on each side, were displayed in Nevada. That doesn't
Why
seem
would you
very
do that?
big. That just doesn't seem very big, in a world of those like large roadside attractions. We can do better.
And why would you want that as your, like Guinness record? I don't really get that one. But Fuzzy Dice, can we pick something better like what we did in Chihuahua, pumpkins?
That's right. We're
Do something better.
We're working on we were thinking about doing it for Winterfest, but we just kind of ran out of time and had too much other stuff to do. But the creative district was discussing, and we may do it later in the year. Building like probably not the world's largest, but certainly Chihuahua's largest blanket fort.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, so we were going to discuss. We might do it later in the year or next year, but it's going to happen. We're going to get blanket donations. Build the largest blanket fort Chihuahua's ever seen, and then donate those blankets to charity.
There you go.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. Next one comes from New Hampshire. A group in New Hampshire set the world record for the longest barrel of monkeys.
Wow.
Longest barrel of monkeys chain, I guess, with 1,382 monkeys. Turns out that was at the RNC on Tuesday. I'm sorry.
They thought they were just linking arms in solidarity. They didn't know that. They didn't know they were breaking a record.
Sorry.
Congratulations.
Might go down as the best worst joke of the day.
Right? In New Jersey in 2015, the world's longest ribbon and a ribbon cutting ceremony measuring 4.5 miles was used in New Jersey.
Oh,
Wow.
Can I snore?
Yeah. I was trying to think of a dumb New Jersey joke, but they just, no.
New Jersey, it's the water.
Yeah, that's it. just shorten New Jersey.
I loved it. Saturday Night Live, like back in the early 80s, had one of their fake commercials on the show, and it was bottled water before bottled water was famous, and it was from New Jersey. And when they poured it out of the bottle, it came out like gel, like hair gel, and all lumpy. And there was bottle tops on it and cigarette butts. And then the thing was New Jersey, it's the water and a lot more.
An old syringe.
All right, New Mexico. David Akers from New Mexico set the record for the largest collection of Slinky toys with 1,054 different Slinkies. Yay!
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
It was unintentional, though. He just kept buying new ones, and they kept getting tangled up with the old ones. Yeah. In 2018, 2,748 people in New York set the record for the largest gathering of people wearing unicorn horns.
Oh, wow.
That one's fun.
Time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
I went to the unicorn party and I lost an eye. And others, yeah. All right, forget it.
What about the one actual unicorn that showed up looking really awkward? What's going on here, guys?
Yeah. World's largest ant farm, North Carolina, measuring 60.4 cubic feet. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I've got one bigger than that in my yard.
North Dakota, Chuck. That's my home state.
North Dakota. Wow. In 2007, your friends, North Dakota, 8,962 of them set the record for the most people making snow angels simultaneously. Oh, that's not a bad one.
No. But it was so cold, they all immediately went to heaven.
Yeah. Also set the record for the most people simultaneously getting frostbite.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Let's see. Ohio is where we go next. Shane Leckler from Ohio set the record for the fastest grave digging a grave in 11.3 seconds. Wow.
Was that for an ant? I don't. Maybe.
Boy,
Did he?
I'd like to see that shoveling.
Maybe he did it with a backhoe or something. One scoop. Boop,
yeah. We need more information on that one for sure.
Yeah, that one's a lot. There's a lot to be desired there. In 2015, 2,586 people in Oklahoma set the record for the most simultaneous fist bumps.
Ooh, hey.
Wow.
no! We suck again!
Yep.
And
Oklahoma.
then COVID hit, and that was just shot. That's all everyone could do. We have 2019 David Rush from Idaho set the record for the fastest. This is in Oregon, though. But why do people from Idaho go to other states to set their records? Stay in your lane, Idaho.
Idaho? That's vitally interesting. We pronounce it Ohio.
Potato head! Way to go, Idaho!
Sorry, you said it.
You people in Idaho, you stay over there, and you people in Oregon do your thing over here.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is from Oregon. David Rush from Idaho set the record for the fastest time to alphabetize letters in a can of alphabet soup. He achieved a time of 3 minutes, 21.3 seconds. Again, in Oregon. Is that David Rush? Isn't that the same guy?
I think it is the same guy.
It is the same guy. David.
He just wants to be on the Guinness from each state, but multiple times. So.
He's just trying to think of stupid things to get in there.
Isn't that a form of cheating?
Yeah, David.
I think so. All right, on to Pennsylvania. A letter to the editor of the New York Times from Pennsylvania set the record for the longest letter to a newspaper with 161,000 words. Over 161,000 words. Crazy.
Wow. I wonder if they printed it.
It took 3 editions of the paper.
Right. And Rhode Island in 2011, the world's largest sock, measuring 12.37 meters. That's 40 feet 7 inches long, and 57 meters, 18 feet wide, was knitted in Rhode Island. Ooh.
Wow.
Santa must have been good to him that year.
Wow, she must have really big hands.
You know what they say about big feet. Yep.
All right. South Dakota set the record for the most dramatic temperature change with a drop of 49 degrees Fahrenheit in just 15 minutes.
Wow.
That's apparently. I wish I knew somebody from South Dakota that was heartless, so we could say they opened their front door. Nothing.
And this is a state I've lived in, Tennessee. Our friend David Rush was back again from Idaho.
I won't do it.
Yeah, he set the record for the most balloons popped in 30 seconds using only the mouth, with 30 balloons in Tennessee.
So he has to run around biting them.
He's this guy, David. I mean, you got to give him credit for his energy. We'll call it.
You can do it!
Bite those balloons, boy.
David Rush.
Is it me?
It is you.
Yeah.
Is it you?
People in Texas. People in Texas.
I believe that's pronounced Teja.
Teja?
I'm sorry.
People in Teja set the record for the largest stop, drop, and roll demonstration. They were all on tractors.
Then in Utah, another not our same friend, but this is Chad Fell from Alabama. He set the record for the most bowling balls held simultaneously with 13 in Utah.
That would be hard.
13, but that's a lot of balls.
That'd be really hard.
That guy's got a lot of balls.
It reminds me of my favorite scene from Anchorman 2, where they're in the RV.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it on. He puts it on cruise control and goes and sets it back with everybody. And they finally notice and say, "Cruise control doesn't mean it drives itself." And then the RV starts to tumble, and they discover he had a collection of bowling balls in the RV.
And then in the sequel, they did the same exact thing again.
Oh, nice, nice. On to Vermont, where Oksana Sorostin from Russia set the record for the furthest tightrope walk in high heels, walking 49 feet, 2.55 inches in Vermont.
Wow, good job, Oksana.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Virginia in 2015, Roy Sullivan from Virginia, he set the record for the most times being struck by lightning. Wow, he's been struck by lightning 7 times.
Wow.
That dude should get a lottery ticket.
All of his friends were outside rooting him on in the lightning storm.
You can do it!
Yeah.
You know, a weird fact I've actually, and it's verified. Apparently, if you get hit by lightning, you are more likely to get struck by lightning again. Like if you're
I've heard that
if you're
too.
out in a lightning storm for some reason, apparently you're having that happen to you once makes you more attractive to the lightning, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe it changes your ions or magnetizes you permanently, or
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I've heard that too before, though.
Yeah.
All right, Washington, 2012. Brian DeMarco from Washington set the record for the fastest time to peel 50 pounds of onions, achieving a time of 2 minutes and 39 seconds. How can you peel 50 onions in 2 minutes?
With a lot of tears.
People were crying everywhere.
I hope that was in Walla Walla.
I bet it was.
They do, man. Walla Walla has the best onions, though, don't they? Ooh,
It
man,
is.
good
Yeah.
stuff. You can eat those like apples almost, you know? I wouldn't, but you could. And
You
in West Virginia in 2018, 2,865 people in West Virginia set the record for the largest gathering. We already did this, of people wearing unicorn horns.
Well, maybe they beat the other one out, and that's why it's on the list.
Oh, maybe. I'll go back. Well, you do the next one. I'll go research this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's where we go to next. We're almost to the end of the list. 273 riding lawnmowers participated in a parade in Wisconsin, setting a new world record for the most riding lawnmowers. 273. That get kind of boring.
Yeah. Okay. So the other one was also 2018 in New York, and that was 2,748. Let's see. Yep.
So then West Virginia came
2,865.
along and beat him.
The same year.
Wow.
Oh, that was like our pumpkin record that we held for what, about 5 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah. But we had it.
Yes. Wyoming in 2015, our last one. A chain of 1,957 beards was created in Wyoming, setting the record for the longest chain of beards. So what, do they tie them together?
Wasn't that in a horror movie?
All right. All of a sudden, I feel really itchy.
Right. That's kind of an icky one. No thanks.
Yeah. I hate ending on a scratchy note, but that's
Right.
what we did.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right, we come back. We'll have local birthdays for today. Also, a little bit of history. Today's Goofy Holidays, and we wrap up the show with the odd news. Stay right here, Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
It's 8:21.
Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Chewelah Motel and RV Park. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, located at 301 South Park Street in Chewelah, offers 14 single or double rooms, each with a refrigerator and microwave, in-room coffee station, Wi-Fi, cable, and 58-inch screen television. 2 Airbnb options are available, both with full kitchens, coffee, and a 65-inch smart TV. They also feature 26 full hookup RV spots with 30-amp service. For reservations, they can be reached at 509-935-4763 or ChewelahMotelandRVPark.com. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, 301 South Park Street in Chewelah.
This is KCHW 102.7.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Simon Gaitan. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has responded to Russia's accusation that Kyiv had downed a jet on Wednesday carrying Ukrainian prisoners of war. He said Russia was playing with the lives of Ukrainian captives. Kyiv has so far neither confirmed or denied it hit the plane and has called for an international investigation. Megumi Lim reports from Kyiv.
The plane crash took place on the 700th day of Russia's full-scale invasion, and Moscow has said that 65 Ukrainian prisoners of war were on board the military transport jet, along with Russian crew members and soldiers. The plane crashed in the Belgorod region bordering Ukraine. The governor of Belgorod on Wednesday said there were no survivors. So far, Ukraine has not confirmed or denied Russia's claims that Kyiv had shot down the plane. Zelensky has called for an international investigation to find out the cause of the plane crash and who was on board the plane. According to a Reuters report, both black boxes have been recovered from the crash site. Megumi Lim in Kyiv.
At least 12 people have been killed and 75 injured in an attack on a United Nations facility in Gaza, according to UN officials. The Israeli military has denied it was behind the strike. The commissioner of the UN Refugee Agency condemned the blatant disregard of basic rules of war following the attack. The leader of the biggest political party in the European Parliament has called for the European Union to collectively build up nuclear weapon capabilities. Manfred Weber says the EU should be capable of defending itself, especially if the US pulls support from NATO, the military alliance widely considered to be Europe's shield against adversaries. Ishan Garg has more from Brussels.
Addressing the possibility of Donald Trump's return to the White House, Manfred Weber says Europeans must prepare to defend themselves without the US. Weber heads the European People's Party, which is also tipped to win European Parliament elections in June. He says the 27-nation bloc should build its own nuclear deterrence. French President Emmanuel Macron had floated the idea of using his country's 300 nuclear warheads as a security blanket for Europe in 2022, but the idea was shot down by Germany. Now, amid veiled nuclear threats from Russia and worries of a Trump presidency weakening NATO, the call for a stronger defense architecture in Europe is growing. Ishan Garg, Brussels.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has officially kicked off his election campaign for a third term in office. Priyata Brajabasi has more.
Political analysts say his choice to start his campaign in Uttar Pradesh, the state where he recently inaugurated the controversial Ram Temple, is aimed at solidifying the party's strong support in the state among the Hindu majority. The BJP's campaign launch comes as Rahul Gandhi, leader of the opposition Congress party, is walking across the country in a strategy dubbed the Unite India March for Justice. Priyata Brajbasi in New Delhi.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks. Today, the future for Taiwan diplomatically on the world stage after the elections that took place there earlier this month. Taiwanese voters rewarded the country's Democratic Progressive Party with an historic third win, precisely the result Beijing did not want to see. But China had a victory of its own up its sleeve by persuading the tiny Pacific island of Nauru to sever diplomatic relations with Taipei and restore them with mainland China instead. Bob McMahon is with America's Council on Foreign Relations.
This is part of an ongoing effort by China to pick off all of the countries that recognize Taiwan, and in so doing, once and for all, completely isolate Taiwan and continue what it hopes is an inevitable, inexorable path towards unification with the mainland. China's response has been somewhat guarded since the results, but it was quick to lash out at countries that were supportive of Taiwan, including the U.S., which in its response stressed it did not recognize Taiwanese independence, but nonetheless congratulated Mr. Lai on his victory. But also you had countries like Japan and the Philippines with pretty strong, robust notes of congratulations to the DPP candidate for winning, which brought an immediate rebuke from Beijing.
Nauru's government claimed it reached its decision independently, with no pressure applied by Beijing. Taiwan said it was deeply grieved by the decision. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, President Zelensky has accused Russia of playing with the lives of Ukrainian captives, calling for an international investigation into the downing of a Russian plane which killed 65 Ukrainian POWs. At least 12 people have been killed in an attack on a United Nations facility in Gaza, according to UN officials. Israel denies launching the strike. And the leader of the biggest political party in the European Parliament has called for the EU to collectively build up nuclear weapon capabilities. That's the latest feature story news. Simon Gaitan reporting.
Tell us we will die like dogs. What? Tell us we will die like dogs.
You will die like dogs.
No, we will not die like dogs. We will fight like lions because we are the Three Amigos.
We're back from the break with Alan in spirit with us today. He's out doing some traveling and not able to join us, but we are the Three Amigos with two of us here.
All right. He is here in spirit. He just checked in on Facebook during the first segment and said, good morning from Tucson, Arizona, fella. So thank you very much, Alan. Safe travels.
Outstanding.
Also, longtime family friend Marlis from North Dakota. We made a North Dakota joke today. Sorry.
Nice.
And Dennis from Chihuahua checking in too. Thank you guys for watching online. We appreciate that.
You know, and I heard back from our missing Amiga during our break. And I don't know how this happened. How did she not know I meant Thursday when I clearly typed Friday in the message? She knows me well enough. She should be able to read my mind and know what I meant when I say something different.
Yeah, I can't believe she stiffed us.
So that was my fault. I very clearly in the messages said, "Hey, what are you doing Friday morning?" And so she was all ready to go tomorrow.
Oh, good job.
All right. I apologize. I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly.
Yes.
I offer a...
Yeah,
okay, good enough.
So the good news is that we didn't disturb her at all because she was just slept right in, not thinking she was needed to be here at all. So
and she didn't. So there you go.
We didn't bother her one little bit.
All right, local birthdays with Chuck Ritchie.
Yes, sir. We have on this is the Chihuahua Valley Lions Club calendar. Today we have nobody on this calendar. Oh. Nobody. But if it is your birthday or your anniversary, happy birthday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Celebrity birthdays then for the 25th. Jennifer Lewis, the voice of Flo in Pixar's Car series, 66 today. All right. Anna Ortez from Ugly Betty, 53. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, 46. Christine Lakin from Family Guy and Step by Step, 45. Alicia Keys, 43. Michael Trevino from The Vampire Diaries. I know my daughters think he's cool, 39. And Ariana DeBose? Probably. Hamilton and Golden Globe for West Side Story, 33. Moving into history with Chuck Ritchie.
Yeah, so 1924, the 1924 Winter Olympics opened in Chamonix, I'll call it that, France, in the French Alps, inaugurating the Winter Olympic Games. Then in 1984, Apple's Macintosh computer went on sale for $2,495. Wow.
They're cheaper today.
That's like $1 million today. Wow. 1995, in its opening statement in the O.J. Simpson murder trials in Los Angeles, the defense said Simpson was the victim of a rush to judgment by authorities who mishandled evidence and ignored witnesses. It's a rush to judgment based on the fact that he did it.
That's like arguing that, to me, just in my opinion, that Trump didn't have anything to do with January 6th. I watched it for 4 hours.
Right. You watched him say, we got to fight for this. March on the Capitol. Yeah. I'm out of here. Peace. You guys have fun with that. Yeah. Then in 1999, I remember this. A man in Louisville, Kentucky received the first hand transplant in the United States. And they subsequently, didn't they make a movie right afterwards where a guy had an evil arm? Do you remember that? Yeah, it was a pretty bad movie. So in 2011, a former Miss Canada finalist became the first person in the world to graduate with a master's degree in the Beatles. Interesting. Canadian singer Mary Lou Zahalan Kennedy, that's a mouthful. She was one of the first students to sign up for the course on the Fab Four when it launched at Liverpool Hope University in March of 2009.
Wow. A master degree in the Beatles. That just doesn't seem right.
I mean, that's you might as well have a degree in philosophy.
Knitting. Knitting.
About as useful. No, you can make money on knitting, Scott.
That's true.
Yeah. Then in 2019, the documentary Leaving Neverland, detailing singer Michael Jackson's relationship with two boys, premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. You know, I skipped the last one because it wasn't appropriate, and then I went to another equally inappropriate one.
Appropriate one. All right, let's lighten it up with special events. All right, grab onto your pants. It's 11 months until Christmas.
Woohoo! Time to get some shopping done. 11 more shopping months till Christmas.
Oh man, I love this. Wish I had some in my hand right now. It's Irish Cream Coffee Day.
Ooh. So I got to tell a little story here. We were in Seattle earlier this month, staying in a hotel downtown Seattle in the sort of convention district area. It's all an area that's been revamped. It's all very high end, very expensive. Late at night, we're sitting there. The kids were at their convention. We're in the hotel room thinking, I'd really like some coffee with some Baileys or Irish cream or something in it, you know? We went down to the hotel lobby. They had their espresso machine going. I thought, oh, that sounds really nice. Let's get us 2 Americanos, basically 2 cups of coffee with a shot of Bailey's, and Laura got a shot of cinnamon whiskey, and I got a shot of plain whiskey in mine. They handed me the bill, $80 for 2 cups of coffee.
Why?
I don't know. But by the time I got the bill, I'd already had the cups of coffee in my hand, and it was already charged to the room. So yeah, $80 for 2 cups of coffee with 2 shots each in those cups of coffee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't stay there again.
No, I didn't. And the worst part, they didn't have a microwave in the room. So we had.
I thought it was. Go ahead.
So the worst part about that is, you know, you can't heat up your food, so you end up eating at all the restaurants for every single meal, and everything within walking distance is $40 to $50 minimum. Yeah.
So have you ever seen Intercontinental Hotel? They're usually in port cities. They're large, primarily made out of marble on the inside. And I got to stay at one for a Billboard music record convention. And when I got there, everything was closed because it was like February in Miami, and it was midnight. And so I opened up the fridge in my motel room, and they've got what do you call that when you can grab stuff out of the fridge and pay for it?
The mini bar.
The mini bar.
The mini bar.
So I opened the mini bar figuring I'm going to have a snack, and Coca-Colas were $12, and this is back in the mid-90s. A Coke was $12, and a candy bar was $4. It was the best Coca-Cola and Milky Way dinner I ever had.
Probably the most expensive, too.
It was.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
That's like,
moving on with our special events. It's opposite day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's why Chuck told me he loved me this morning.
Oh,
I can't believe it, Chuck.
You know I love you, Scott.
You could have prefaced it. All right. It's Women's Healthy Weight Day. That's not nice at all.
Wow.
And Fish Taco Day. I always thought they sounded disgusting, but I ate my first one and I liked it.
Oh, I love a fish taco.
Yeah, I was surprised. Totally surprised.
Surprise! Surprise!
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
All right, number of the day.
Our number of the day is 20 billion. That is the number of U.S. $100 bills in circulation around the world.
Where's mine?
Right? If I just 1%. How about donate 1% of those to KCHW?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. We could use it.
All right, a few news headlines, real news headlines. Well, all of ours are real, but there's no odd ones in this segment. Real news headlines: airline passenger prompted a Spanish Air Force to scramble jet fighters after she said she was going to blow up a plane.
Oh.
Yeah, he was on the plane making a joke.
There's things you just don't say on airplanes these days.
Yes,
that
he's
is
in a
one
lot
of them.
of trouble. Yeah, the security services saw the message and flagged it to Spanish authorities, who sent 2 F-18 jets to follow the airliner until it landed. The intention was never to cause public distress or cause harm, according to the gentleman. He faces a public disorder charge, resulting in him being ordered to pay over $120,000 if he's found guilty, and it sounds like he will be.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Why would? Yeah, and if you're going to say that, you should whisper it into someone else's ear that you know.
Right. Yeah.
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 All right. Really, really, really tough time. I am so disenfranchised with Hollywood and what they're doing. New movie just announced. Jake Gyllenhaal. Roadhouse remake.
With Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. Roadhouse remake.
What? Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Why did you have to go and ruin my day?
Sorry. But why? Can we come up with a new idea? I'm so tired of remakes that don't need to be done, like doing Willy Wonka. Didn't Johnny Depp just do this 10 years ago? We don't need another one. I don't care how popular Timothy Chalamet is. We don't need another Willy Wonka.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to that one because the
shut up.
No, listen, hear me out.
No.
Shut up.
Wait a minute.
Shut up, Wesley.
Okay, go ahead.
No, the original, the 70s version with Gene Wilder, one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it's one of the greatest, funnest, most wacky, wild movies ever made, and one of the best performances, and from one of my favorite actors. And then that one that Johnny Depp made was just a big stinky egg. It was horrible.
It was horrible.
So disappointed with it, and I'm hoping maybe it can be redeemed with this one. That's the only reason I want to see it. It's the only reason I'm excited about it. Just to maybe erase the history of what happened with that Johnny Depp bomb.
That was one. Okay, I'll just play this. Johnny Depp doing Willy Wonka.
I'm picking up a heavy, creepy vibe here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say it was more along the lines of the book, and I read that book multiple times as a kid. I read it to my kids multiple times. That is not the Willy Wonka that was in that book.
No, you wouldn't even let your kids hang out with him.
No, when I read the book to my kids over and over again, I had Gene Wilder in my head as I did it, because he is the only Willy Wonka. Yeah.
All right, moving on to news headlines today. Something else that seems to be very, 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 very troubling. Russia says it said that to be struggling to breach Ukraine's defenses because its troops keep getting blown up by drones when they gather in groups.
Could you guys all stand over here for a minute? Hold still. Okay.
Maybe you shouldn't invade another country.
Yeah. Stay in your lane, Russia. Stay home.
Oh, here you go, Putin.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Wow.
All right. So how do you know you've got the best boyfriend ever, Chuck?
I don't know. How do you know that you have the best boyfriend ever, Scott?
When your boyfriend dresses up in drag to take your exam for you.
Wow.
Yeah. Thought copying someone else's test answers was extreme. 26-year-old man has been arrested after allegedly masquerading as his girlfriend so he could take an exam in her place. And they even got photos. Find it on YouTube.
He probably should have shaved his beard off first.
No, he did. Oh, okay. He did. Okay. And he really dressed up. They were both Indian. He really dressed up to look like her. It was pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Just to deceive test officials, the undercover lover shaved his facial hair, applied makeup, and got gussied up in women's clothes before entering the exam room. The meticulous impersonator even went so far as to forge his girlfriend's voter card, ID card, and her 12-digit unique identity number to make the illusion ironclad. He's even had like her card that she would use for school redone with his picture on it.
Wow. I mean, you got to admire that, I guess.
Yeah. He went through a lot of trouble, but they noticed a few discrepancies, and now he's in trouble.
Wow.
Police officer said a man can take such a risk only for his girlfriend. At least they're getting a good laugh out of it. All right. Top story in my state this morning. Maine's top court has dismissed an appeal of the judge's decision on Trump's ballot status. Looks like it's going to get headed to the Supreme Court.
Oh, wow. I have mixed feelings about that. I've heard some things, and there's quite a few states trying to keep him off the ballot, which I understand because it's clearly what happened. But there's no conviction and no even actual indictment yet. So they're having troubles with the legal actual precedent for being able to do it.
It's a little early.
Yeah. They're kind of jumping the gun.
I wondered about that when it first came out.
And it's as I don't want to get too political, but it made me cringe to see the state start doing that because there's no legal recourse for it. I don't think. I think it jumped the gun. I think they're acting on emotion rather than waiting for the facts to come in.
Yeah, they did totally jump the gun on it when he actually has it. He's only been charged; he hasn't been convicted.
Right.
So how does that even work?
Right. Yeah, and I think
so that each state gets to determine whether he's guilty or innocent. That's not right.
Right, and I don't think it sets a bad precedent. I think for just for future elections, if if they wanted to just block somebody they didn't like off the ballot, it's a sticky situation.
Very much so. Let's move on in politics then. Matt Gaetz, the House of GOP's token troublemaker, caught an escalating ethics probe that could lead to his expulsion now.
Wow.
That's right. He shook it up and he got the speaker thrown out and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now he's the target of the latest investigation, which includes trafficking of women.
Well, yeah, that came out a while ago, didn't it? That was like a couple years ago that came out.
Back up at the top of the list with several other things, including violating the Mann Act by taking women or a woman across state lines for prostitution and obstruction of justice in the investigation itself. So,
well, I mean, just to look, he looks like the villain in an episode of Criminal Minds.
I think we're going to put him away now just because he looks guilty.
I know, right?
But he does. I'm sorry. He's got evil eyebrows.
He does. That is not a face you can trust.
No. Also, faces of animals in an Arizona national park. If I can pronounce it, Seguro National Park near Tucson. Don't touch the animals. They're showing strange behavior. Apparently, rabies is running rampant, they believe, in the park.
Wow.
Foxes, coyotes, and raccoons, and bobcats, all acting strange, showing signs of rabies, like it's spread throughout the park. So,
rabid bobcats is like one of the most terrifying things I could ever possibly imagine.
Foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, unless around here the cougars started getting rabid.
Let's make sure I'm safe and check in with Mooch on the webcam. Nope, totally safe. Totally safe. No rabies there. There you go.
We were driving through Colorado once, and it was really jarring because we were driving around and there were signs everywhere. Avoid the squirrels. There's new cases of the Black Plague, like the plague, in Colorado. And this was about 10 years ago, but there were signs everywhere. Warning signs were at this campground, and they were like, "Don't touch the squirrels. They have the plague." It's like, what?
Was it true, or was it something that?
No, it was real. It was like it was the bubonic plague. Literally, the actual old plague had sort of popped its way up in Colorado in the squirrels somehow. I think it was squirrels.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Total sense.
Food and Drug Administration urgently warning consumers against using Neptune's Fix. This is a pain supplement, also known as gas station heroin. Because I guess it kind of has the same effect.
Wow.
Right. Supplements can contain tianepatine, which are commonly sold under the brand names Neptune's Fix at gas stations and other convenience stores. The FDA warned the use. I heard of a guy just dying of this the other day, a father. Had a couple kids and a wife. The product has been linked to severe side effects, including seizures, loss of consciousness, and death. Products may interact in life-threatening ways with other medications consumers may be taking. FDA noted that Neptune Resources, a supplements manufacturer, has voluntarily agreed to recall all remaining lots of it, but some stores might still have it on the shelf.
Wow. I think just as a general rule, those gas station supplements, you can avoid those. I mean,
We got to stop by the Quickie Mart. I need some supplements.
Yeah, those are FDA approved for sure. Wow. What?
All right. NASA said yesterday it's making significant progress on resolving technical issues, and their Starliner spacecraft is on course for its first crewed test flight in April.
Wow. Is it?
It says it's called the Starliner, but it really looks like just a 1960s capsule.
Wow. Is it?
I mean, that's just like the nose cone of an airplane, and that's it.
Just for clarification, is it crude as in the oil, or crude as in with a crew, with a W?
with people. They're going to put people in a spaceship again. Can you believe it?
Wow.
All right.
Just a crude flight.
I heard something called Starliner. Yeah.
I heard Japan the other day. Did you hear about this? Was this on the show with the two of us? Japan made its first ever moon landing the other day.
It did.
That for some reason go Japan. Good job.
Yeah.
Yes. It was a cool story. So anyway.
Let's see. This one was kind of cool too. In Copenhagen, archaeologists in Denmark have found a small knife inscribed with runic letters dating back 2,000 years. It's the oldest trace of writing found in the country. And what does it say, do you think?
Bob was here.
Pretty much. It's so if you translate the runic letters on the blade of the knife, it says small sword.
Gunvolt was here.
But very cool.
Yeah. That's so he didn't get it confused with his big sword.
All right. Where? Okay, there you go. All right. This is a news story here. A little more politics. We'll wrap it up right here. Dwight D. Eisenhower versus... see if anybody else remembers this. Oh, my gosh. It just totally jumped screens on me.
My computer's done that like 4 times today.
I wonder what's going on the internet. Here we go. Dwight D. Eisenhower versus Adlai Stevenson. That was the last time a presidential election featured the same two guys from the previous election, like what we're running in now. And pretty much if you look at the polls, it has most of America going yuck.
Right.
Granted, half of them don't care for Trump, and the other half don't care for Biden. 1952, Eisenhower took 55% of the popular vote, winning all but 9 states and crushing the Electoral College 442 to 89. 4 years later, having racked up the Korean War with the U.S. economy booming, the two faced off again. Eisenhower delivered an even bigger beatdown, taking 57% of the popular vote and winning the Electoral College 457 to 73. Republicans apparently didn't see the lesson from the 56 election, which is simple. A loser's still a loser. This was an opinion piece.
Wow.
It says Donald Trump lost badly in 2020. And it says, don't believe a word the ex-president says. He got his clock cleaned in the election. 4 years earlier, Americans turned out in droves to vote against Hillary Clinton. But last election, they hit the polls to vote against Mr. Trump. Joe Biden, he'd run for president 3 times previously and dropped out every time. Once over charges of plagiarism, which were true.
Wow.
Mr. Biden couldn't even beat a first-term senator from Illinois for the 2008 nomination. And here we go for president again. I thought, Trump and Hillary were like the worst election our country could have ever had. But I've been wrong. I'm wrong again. There you go. That's just a little history as we head for the funny news.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah, are you ready, Chuck?
I am.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
We always kick off the odd news with a news attack. First sentence true, second sentence bad joke, and here comes Chuck.
Yeah, so scientists discovered new colonies of penguins after spotting their poop in satellite images. Kind God, and I can't even find my keys in my small house. I just always gone. I need that satellite.
If they can't see the Great Wall, how can they? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from the International Space. I get it. Satellite images.
Satellite.
Good cameras,
right?
Apparently.
Better than my camera in here.
I wonder if they could spot some of mine. Americans consume over 1 billion chicken wings on Super Bowl Sunday, which every year leads to a weeks-long nationwide shortage of napkins.
Ooh.
Stock up.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily in it for the game. I'm in it for the chicken wings.
Yes.
In a survey, 59% of women and 54% of men would like to change at least one feature on their partner's face. Ooh, so we should change that from till death do us part to till your nose bothers me enough.
Yeah, that mole. I'm done with that mole.
I don't like the way it's facing now. It's kind of leaning to the left. Yeah.
A study determined that the benefits of exercise begin to fade after 10 days. Most people understand that to mean that they should maintain their daily workout schedule. I understand it to mean that I only have to exercise once every 9 days.
That's right. I mean, why do more than you absolutely have to?
Exactly.
Right. A car thief in the UK was found by police hiding inside a 5-foot teddy bear in his home. Due to the nature of his crime, he'll only receive the bare essentials in jail. Sorry.
That was a pun.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I apologize. I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly. I offer a complete and utter retraction. The imputation was totally without basis in fact and was in no way fair comment and was motivated purely by malice. And I deeply regret any distress that my comments may have caused you or your family. And I hereby undertake not to repeat any such slander at any time in the future.
Oh, we should play that at the end of every show.
Right? That should be our outro song.
Disclaimer. Man in India called police to complain that his neighbor was commanding ghosts to steal his chickens. What would that be? A poultrygeist?
Oh.
Hold on.
All right, I apologize. I'm really, really sorry.
Okay.
Another survey, sorry, I need a moment. A survey found that 65% of adults believe that aliens are real. I'm pretty sure that my wife is, I see them occasionally drinking orange juice with her finger. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
On to the world of wacky but true. We only add movie sound effects and television sound effects to these stories because they are totally true. Mm-hmm. And here comes Chuck again.
So 2 men at McDonald's in Brandon, Florida, of course, Florida, they got into an argument during which one pulled a BB pistol and shot the other in the face. The unnamed 18-year-old victim was taken to a hospital for treatment of a wound to his nose. The police noted the 25-year-old assailant has been arrested more than 3 times. He's been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, grand theft, and battery. Suspect's name, Scott? Monty Outlaw. Gotta live up to that
Monty
name.
Outlaw?
Back up. I got this bad baby gun.
I know. That's why I was immediately attracted to you. I could tell you were an outlaw.
Is that right? Yeah, I'm kind of outlaw through and through, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. It's a BB gun, right?
Yeah. It's a BB gun.
BB guns are dangerous. I don't want anybody shooting his eye out.
I'm going to shoot you with a BB gun when you're not looking. In the back of the head.
Ow. It kind of almost hurt.
Ow, that stings.
On to Walmart, which is only second to Florida in wacky news stories. Walmart in Rockford, Illinois wanted to reward employees for showing up on a -6-degree day, apparently posting online that it gave each employee a packet of ramen instant noodle soup. People got so angry on social media, the store had to remove the post.
That's like what you get for an extra hour of mopping in prison.
Oh man, hold on.
A little woozy.
Would you like some chicken soup?
No, thank you. I think a bat pill will do. It's not that serious. What are you, nuts nuts, girl. We ain't running no soup kitchen here, boy. Scat, get out of here.
I love it. Scat, get out of here.
Only in Walmart. You know, the only thing better than a Florida story or a Walmart story is a story about Walmart in Florida.
Yeah, it's like doubling up, isn't it?
It creates a vortex, a tear in the fabric of reality.
Ooh, space-time continuum.
Yeah. Wow, the Marion County, Florida, here we go.
Oh, again?
Sheriff's Office is requesting the public's help in identifying this thief whose face was clearly captured by a security camera at a private residence under construction. The thief's, what did he steal, Scott? The $355 security camera.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
All right. I got this one.
Hey, Amigo, you know you've got a face beautiful enough to be worth $2,000?
My face, good. My beautiful face.
Okay,
I'm an stinky llama.
It's a good face. I like it.
We need a doctor. Look at his face.
So a word to thieves, and I've seen this in multiple occasions where people will come in and, a camera, and they reach up to remove the camera so they don't get caught. You guys know that those cameras go out instantly online, right? Like by the time you get to the camera, you just give it a nice close up of your face.
Yes.
Yeah. So by the time you see the camera, you're caught.
All right, workers at a Laurel Branch Library in Maryland stumbled upon a blast from the past when they found a Pink Floyd CD that was checked out in 1989. The Wish You Were Here album, due back 35 years ago, miraculously made its way back to the library's return box. Library's computer system couldn't even register the item because of its age, making the return a real mystery. The patron who returned it remains unknown, but he did leave this recording behind.
No, can't be that either, right? Because how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Right? This Pink Floyd.
Wow. It was probably an 8-track, right?
Yeah.
In the UK, a senior citizen who got trapped under his own sofa survived for 2.5 days by drinking a conveniently placed bottle of whiskey. He wow. Wow.
I lived on whiskey. That's good.
Lived on whiskey and roast
Look like a man who appreciates good whiskey.
When I drink whiskey, I drink whiskey. And when I drink water, I drink water.
I love drinking whiskey.
Was that me?
It's me, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. A Lambeau Field, iconic home, but you're going to have that last one on the cheat sheet.
Yeah.
I threw it an extra. All right, Lambeau Field, iconic home of the Green Bay Packers, has seen its fair share of unusual items end up in its lost and found department. According to Keith Croner, the manager of guest services at Lambeau Field, nearly 800 items have been handed in since April. Among the more valuable items are phones, credit cards, even jewelry. However, it's the more peculiar items that left staff members scratching their heads. Past 16 years, Cronin has encountered a variety of unusual items, such as pairs of shoes, a cane walker, even hearing aids. But Barbara Vanhee, who has worked for the Packers for over a decade, recalls the most personal item she came across, a set of lost dentures. Lambeau Field's Lost and Found keeps the belongings for 60 days before donating them to local shelters, animal rescues, and veterans hospitals. And here's what one man had to say.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Did they donate the teeth to the animal shelter?
For toothless cats. You know, I was reading a story the other day, and it was talking about the most popular things left at resorts. And the first one was dentures, just kind of like at the park.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was witchcraft items. All right.
Oh.
The third one, prosthetic limbs. Okay. The witchcraft items, okay, maybe you left your little, I don't know what they call them, their athami or their knife or whatever they had. But who heads off to the airport without their teeth or perhaps a leg or an arm?
You get halfway home. What? Oh, I left it.
I can't believe I left my leg in the motel room. Oh, not again.
I mean, I left a shirt earlier this month, but, I don't know if I could.
I left my eye.
How can you leave without that?
Well, unless you looked in the mirror, you might not. With an eye, at least you wouldn't notice.
Right.
I mean, maybe, because you're not seeing anything out of that anyways. But
Maybe you had like a separate set. Well, you wouldn't bring a separate set of teeth to the ball game, would you? I mean, I guess depends on how many of those $12 beers you had.
I guess. I want to know how you leave the house without your teeth anyways and not realize. Wow, I don't know. I'm sure I'll find out, though, since I'm like 57 now. There'll be one day when I'm at the grocery store and I go, oh, you can leave without your teeth. Huh. Who'd have thunk?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. As they run out to the parking lot. Sir, you left your teeth in the cart.
All right. Chuck always has his finger in things, and he's got a last finger story for you.
I do. So firefighters in London responded to a home where a woman's finger was stuck in the overflow drain pipe of her bathroom sink. Oh. The firefighters tried to dismantle the whole sink, but in the end, they had to use a disc cutter. I saw one the other day where somebody had their big toe stuck in the faucet of the bathtub. They were in the bathtub and they stuck their toe in there, and they had to full on. Maybe it was a commercial. I don't know. Yeah.
I've heard of that happening before, though. All right, I got stuff, all sorts of stuff about fingers to wrap up the show. Here we go.
Oh, you got my finger.
Put that finger away.
I won't put my finger away because look, I've got two fingers now.
Okay.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
My dog just threw up somebody's finger. That's a problem. Finger popping time.
How many fingers am I holding up now?
Release the royal fingers.
Had my fingers crossed.
7 fingers, Marty.
Let the record show that Counselor's holding up 2 fingers.
Everyone has fingernails and everyone wants cash. So send us all your fingernails and we'll send you some cash. Fingernailsforcash.com. Fingernails for cash. Remember, it's just fingernails, so don't expect much cash. Fingernailsforcash.com. Our service never fails. Just take the cash and don't ask why we want your fingernails, because we might be building a fort with them.
Fingernailsforcash.com. You get the cash, we get to build a fort with your fingernails.
Yay!
Wow.
I got my thumb on that one, didn't I?
Wow. What was the guy's name?
I say you're
What? Sorry, I hit the wrong button. What?
Who was that famous guy back in the day? He always saved his fingernails and other things. Bodily fluids. Wasn't that Hearst?
I don't know. It was one of those goofy guys.
William Randolph Hearst, I think. Something like, I don't know. Don't sue me, Hearst family.
All right. Just don't, whatever you do, don't sue us at all. It was all jokes. Now, some of them weren't funny, but they were still jokes.
We only tell the bare necessities here.
Yeah, just be happy the show's over.
Yeah. We do apologize.
Tomorrow, it's Mr. Jet Timmons joining myself, Scott Allen, and that guy in the studio, Mr. Chuck Ritchie. And it'll be our Thank God It's Friday morning show. Yeah. Hope you will join us right here. Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7. Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you.
Woozy.
You like some chicken soup?
No, thank you. I take the best. Let's go. We ain't running no soup kitchen here, boy. Get out of here.
You look like a man who appreciates whiskey. When I drink whiskey, I drink whiskey. And when I drink water, I drink water.
Water. Out of my sippy cup.
Concludes the broadcast from World Control.
It's 9:07.
Your KCHW morning show made possible